Ladies and gentlemen and our distinguished guests, now I would like to present you our first panel of the day, Sustainable Economy for a Better Future. Our is Mr. Sheref Oz, journalist and author, Sabah newspaper. Our panelist for this panel is Mr. Muzaffar Said Advocat, Minister of Finance, Pakistan. Mr. Abdul Sattar Murad, Minister of Economy, Afghanistan. This stage is yours.
Çalışıyor şimdi, evet. Evet, yağmurlu bir İstanbul gününden hepinize günaydın diyoruz. Bugünkü konumuz daha iyi bir gelecek için sürdürülebilir ekonomi. İki değerli konuğum var. Bizim Ekonomi Bakanımız ne yazık ki katılamadı programda olmasına rağmen. Bunun için program komitesi adına bu aksaklıktan dolayı özür diliyoruz. Evet, iki değerli konuğumla biz daha iyi bir gelecek için sürdürülebilir ekonomi bağlamında sürdürülebilirliğin örneklerini tartışacağız. Şimdi biz genellikle Türkiye'de olsun, diğer ülkelerde olsun, sürdürülebilirlik öyküleri batıdan bize geliyor. Fakat kültür coğrafyamızda bize benzeyen insanların bunu nasıl başardığı çok daha değerli oluyor ve ne yazık ki biz bu tür örneklere fazlasıyla sahip olamıyoruz. Bu panel bize bu fırsatı verecek bu zirvede. İki değerli konuğum var. Kendilerine şu soruyu sorarak başlatmak istiyorum. Şimdi en temel haliyle sürdürülebilirlik, mevcut neslin ihtiyaçlarını gelecek nesillerinkinden taviz vermeden karşılama kabiliyetidir. Gelişmekte olan ülkelerdeki mevcut neslin en çok ihtiyaç duyduğu istikrar da sürdürülebilir ekonomimizin olmazsa olmazıdır. Öncelikle Muhammed Büseid, Fas Ekonomi Bakanı, Sayın Bakan, şunu öğrenmek istiyorum. Sizin ülkede sürdürülebilirlik konusundaki kendi deneyimizden yola çıkarak bizlere neler aktarmak istersiniz? Buyurun efendim.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I congratulate Turkish government for such a spectacular conference, Bosphorus Summit. I feel proud, privileged for being here with you. Mr. President, the United Nations has praised the Millennium Development Goals and recent meeting, but we are still in the world with a billion of population under extreme poverty line, $1.25 a day. Still, we have 1 billion of population in war-affected area. Primary school enrollment figures have shown impressive rise, but the goal of achieving universal primary education has just been missed. About two-thirds of developing countries achieved gender parity in primary education, mean huge gap exists in the developing countries. Mr. President, the global child mortality rate has declined, but still short of target. Maternal health is still vulnerable in developing world. Fatal disease are still existent. Honorable President, global warming is increasing and ozone layer is on threat. A global partnership and changing rivalries in war countries. As our Prime Minister, Mr. Mohammad Nawaz Sharif, told to the recent session of UN General Assembly 70th meeting, that the current multipolar world is more free vibrant but still chaotic and turbulent, more interdependent yet more unequal, more prosperous yet afflicted with poverty. We see spectacular progress but unprecedented human suffering. The world is an historic inflection point. Competition among major power is becoming more confrontation, and this can pose serious threat across Asia. Mr. President, the collapse of the global oil price since the summer of 2014 has little bit touched Saudi Arabia's public finance, which is based on oil sale for 90% of state revenue. The budget deficit for 2015 matches 15% of the GDP. The IMF estimated last year that Saudi Arabia needs a global oil price of around $106 a barrel to balance the existence level of the expenditure with revenue. Honorable President, the Kingdom of Saudi has finally right action last year and issued debit for first time. In December, it unveiled austerity budget, but austerity is a relative concept of the following problems still exist. Saudi citizens pay no income tax, petrol and energy are very cheap, defense spending has been more increases, public sector dominate KSA economy, weak influence in international oil price, shale revolution of US, and removal of sanctions from Iran has adversely affected the oil economy of the Saudi. To bridge the gap between revenue and expenditure, the kingdom needs take serious consideration of above problem, particularly a major influence on world oil price. Mr. President, the experience of regional integration has been matched and experience of the Muslim Ummah it has processed while neighboring countries are agreement, a mutual cooperation. The objective of the agreement could range the economy of the political, environmental, however, commercial interests dominate for achieving broader socio-political and security objectives. An important exempted example of this will be the North American trade NAFTA from, I think, 1994, when the Canada-US free trade agreement was extended to Mexico. Another vibrant example of European Union, which helps in the economy of Eastern Europe. The regional integration has played successful role in the societies based on the same Indo-political synchronization, but unfortunately could not deliver a nation of different ideology. SARC could not meet a goal because of the political disparity. Even OIC and UN are example of a global agreement and making their the Muslim world, we need so. Mr. President, bring harmony among, provide cooperation to each other. وَتَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى الْبِرِّ وَالتَّقْوَى وَلَا تَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى الْإِثْمِ وَالْعُدْوَانِ. Just a law passed by the American government is illegal. We are against it. We will stand with the Saudi Arabia and other Muslim community against this law. The Millennium Development Goals successor, the Sustainable Development Goals, has been adopted by world leaders, a summit in New York in the last September, and top of the agenda of UN Agreement General Assembly. All countries Aid agencies, business and public partnership will implement the universal agenda for a transformed world. For World Vision, this means reaching vulnerable children around the world. They are children in remote area and disparate construction condition. Our vision behave sustainable development begin with the healthy, nourished, and well-educated education children free from all form of violence. And SDGs request an unprecedented opportunity to make their aspiration a reality. Mr. President, in the last, for sustainability, we need to share our resources at a common table. Generally, world, particularly in the Muslim Ummah, Muslim world has 60% of world young population. Natural resources in the form of renewable energy, mineral, and uninterrupted power, hydropower, transportation routes, and internal talent and intellectual class, scientists, and others. Mr. President, peace, unity, and leadership. Let's come forward. Pakistan is with you. We can provide you vast and a beautiful landscape for tourism, sixth biggest market of the world for environment and multi-sector economy, high-skilled labor, two big seaport, Gwadar in Karachi, and the most fertile land for the world of agriculture. Once again, I congratulate the Turkish government for the summit. I will not forget it in my life, and it will remain the music of my ears for future. Bundle of thanks. Once again, Pakistan is with you. Wassalam.
Teşekkür ediyoruz. Abdülsettar Murat, sevgili bakan, sormak istediğim şu, benzer örnekleri sizin ülkenizden de aktarabilir misiniz ki daha sonra Muhammed Bey söyledi, bu Türkiye, bizim coğrafyada ülkelerimizin de tıpkı Birleşmiş Milletler gibi, OECD gibi kendi organizasyonlarımızı kurma noktasında ihtiyacımız var. Evet, söz sizin.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Respected moderator, excellencies, ministers, delegates, media, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My earphone was not functioning, so I could make out that I am asked to give my opinion on the sustainable development.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr.
For
Moderator.
sustainable economy, what about?
It's okay. I think
your
I
idea?
got the message. First of all, it's a great honor for me to be in this prestigious gathering and address the sustainable development, which is a need of the day in our region and in other regions. Thank you. Not very late, 15 December this year, world leaders approved the sustainable development for the world for another 15 years, 2030. And now we all have to organize our developmental activities around sustainable development, which mainly focuses on human environment and development. Therefore, we need to plan and scrutinize our goals of development around these three themes. I suppose peace and sustainability, peace and development are two sides of the same coin. Uh, we need peace and harmony to really embark on development plans. And at times, without these development progresses, peace and harmony is interrupted. Therefore, we all need to, when we think of sustainability and development, we have to be cautious that development and sustainability can be attained only when we enjoy peace and harmony in our country. Our government also, keeping in mind its responsibility towards its people, drafted a national peace and development plan for the country. Afghanistan, a small country in the heart of Asia, known to everybody, I'm sure, in this room, it is very famous for the recent invasion of the Soviet Union. Later on, the Taliban activity in Afghanistan, the terrorist centers in Afghanistan, and now the great war against terrorism is ongoing in my country. But you have heard very little about the potentials in Afghanistan. Afghanistan is a small country but has enormous resources. We have the largest world copper deposit. Afghanistan has the second largest world iron deposit. Afghanistan has largest lithium deposits, huge gas and oil fields, and the largest regional chromite deposits. You name those resources, you will find enormous deposits of these resources in Afghanistan. And we need peace and stability to develop our resources and bring about development, stability, and sustainability in the country. Therefore, keeping this in mind, Afghan government has drafted a national peace and development plan so that while we are working towards attainment of peace in our country, we are also embarking on the execution of our national development plan as well. We have actually addressed in this plan many aspects of our developmental life so that we can fulfill and implement the sustainable development goals which has been approved by the United Nations. And along with other nations, Afghanistan would be achieving these goals within the coming 15 years to 2030. Ladies and gentlemen, it is really a matter of importance that we get together today here. We discuss about the sustainability and development in our region. And our region is a very resourceful region, and we need to get together, and I appreciate the organizers of this forum that have created such an opportunity. We get together and discuss and address our problems. And if God wills, and we can realize our opportunities and can unite ourselves and make use of these resources we have, this region is going to be one of the most prosperous regions in the world. And therefore, I would like to give you a few information about what we have done in Afghanistan to attain development and sustainability in our country. I don't want to really keep you waiting for long. We have reformed our justice sector. We have already replaced hundreds of judges and prosecutors. The president of the country is heading the National Procurement Committee. making sure that the contracts are done transparently and the wrongdoers are sent to the law agencies. We have already overhauled all our custom proceedings to make sure that we have customs clear of corruption. We have automated some of our ministries, and also we have asked our main revenue-generating ministries to submit their anti-corruption plans. Also, we have supported our private sector. We have created an economic high council in which the private sector is a part of it. All economic decisions are taken in the presence of the representatives of our private sector. So, private sector is the center